know it's almost the end of 2023, but today we're going to talk about what's in my camera bag and what I take with me on all my travels. So first and foremost, I currently only have one camera body. I'm currently in the process of getting a second one. I had a second one for a while, ended up selling it to purchase a new lens. So you guys can't see the current camera that I have because it's currently recording. But it's the Nikon Z6. Absolutely love the camera. I haven't had any issues with it. I know that the Z6 II has had a good amount of improvements. I haven't seen a real need to upgrade to that one over this one. The next camera I get's probably going to either be the Z8 or Z9. Most likely the Z8. This one I've currently got the 24-70 on with the f2.8. Those are the two main things I have. We're going to get into what else I have in my bag, starting with the Tamron 150-500 Z. This one goes from f5 to 6.7. I actually just got this in from Tamron. They sent this to me. I don't think that they have officially released this for the Z at least. I know they have it for Fujifilm and Sony. But I think at the end of this month, so the end of October, which by the time I post this, maybe a week or so away, they'll have this lens out and everyone should have access to purchasing it. I haven't used it too much yet. I have used it for doing some whitetail deer photography, and I'll throw some photos in right here. But other than that, everything about this lens I do really love. Like I said, it's 150-500. It's pretty compact size. When I show you my 70-200 in a minute, it's pretty comparable size, and for that extra 300 millimeters of stretching out there for the photo, absolutely love it. But this is a what's in my gear kit for this year, so I'm not going to get too far into it. I might make a different video talking about this a little bit in the future. So let's go to the next one, and that's a Tamron 70-200. So this lens I've had for a very long time now. You know, it's pretty dinged up and stuff right around the collar on it, but it's been an absolute workhorse for the last probably year to 2 years. It's been my second most used lens, right behind the Nikon 24-70. Absolute workhorse of the lens. I've taken a lot of photos on this, a lot of wildlife photos and just landscape photos in general. This still travels with me everywhere I go. One of the three main lenses that I will be traveling with moving forward. That's obviously the 24-70, the 70-200, and the 150-500. Kind of covers all my ranges that I need. Now, talking about gear and how I carry it around, the camera bag that I use for the most part is this Lowepro. Oh, there it is. It's a ProTactic 350 AW. I didn't want anything too large because I wanted this to be a nice personal item for a plane. I've used other camera bags in the past. I've never really found anything that I like as much. I know a lot of people look for that good combo between it be a carry-on size so that you're able to keep clothes and your camera gear in it. I've personally always preferred to keep my things separate, and I just always have issues and concerns with something hitting my bag and damaging my camera gear. I switched over to the ProTactic from Lowepro, mainly because of the hard shell case around it and the small compact form. It's also just very easy to get into, customize, all those things. Definitely the favorite camera bag I've ever had. Speaking of camera bags, I did just get something new in that I'm going to be starting to use as my carry-on on all my trips, and that is the Pelican Air. Yeah, so this is the 1535. As you can see, it looks brand new. I have not used this on anything yet. I currently have it set up to house multiple of my lenses, my camera body, my drone. Basically anything that's fragile for when I'm traveling. A lot of times I don't like to do a checked bag. However, when I'm doing bigger trips and I need to carry a little bit more gear with me, I usually do a checked bag so I can get all my clothes in there. I'll use this for my carry-on so I can get my important fragile gear in here. And then I'll have my ProTactic bag that I can use as my personal item on the plane. Keep some extra odds and ends for photography as well as just my laptop and those type of things. And then when I go on actual adventures out hiking and such, I'll kind of transfer things between this and my bag and just rearrange on the trip, based on whatever the circumstance calls for. And speaking of this case, and I mentioned the drone is in here, but I currently use the DJI Air 2S. I haven't upgraded to the Mavic 3 yet. In all honesty, I just haven't really felt like spending that kind of money on something when I personally don't find any issue with the photos and videos this takes for me. In the future, I definitely will switch to the Mavic 3 or if they come out with a new one. But that's a little ways down the line, and I'm not too concerned about it in all honesty. I have a few extra batteries with that. And then in here as well, there's 3 filters that I pretty much always travel with. They're all from Polar Pro. and I've had the privilege of working with them a few times, and they send me some stuff every now and then. But I currently have I think this is the Peter McKinnon Signature Edition 2 ND 2 to 5 stop for 82mm lens. Comes with this really nice defense case so that you're able to put it on without having to get your fingers on it at all. Another one that they just sent, and I'm actually going to be using this on my upcoming trip to Colorado, is the Maglock circular polarizer. Absolutely stoked to use this one. Just super handy. Instead of having to screw it on every single time, you just snap it on, snap it off. Same for the cover and everything. The other one that I currently use quite a bit that I just really enjoy the uniqueness and kind of what it gives you in the photos is the Gold Morphic filter. So this gives you those really nice yellow streaks, orange streaks across the image or a video for that cinematic look. I know they have a blue Morphic so you can get the blue streaks. I don't use it too often, but for the certain circumstances I absolutely love it. As far as a tripod is concerned, right now, I also have my camera sitting on it. It's the Peak Design Travel Tripod. I just have the metal one. I've never really wanted to spend the money on the carbon fiber one, if I'm being honest. Don't really see a big reason to do that. I think in the future I will switch away from this one. I love the compact form of it. However, because it is the metal version, aluminum version, whatever the material is, I just have too many issues with the weight for one, and then two, the ball head on it. As nice and sleek as it is, I typically run into issues with the fact that when you're actually trying to tighten it and you're trying to angle your camera for a shot, it gets a little finicky. And so in the future, I'm probably going to switch away and go to something carbon fiber with just a little bit more of a robust and customizable ball head on it. The only other things that I really travel with are just some small accessories like cords, batteries, those type of things. If you also want to get into it, I carry my MacBook with me. I still have the M1 chip Mac Pro. 14-inch. I don't have any issues with the running performance on it, and I like the 14-inch for its compact size for traveling. When I get home, I've got a dual monitor set up that I can plug it right into. Other than that, I have an iPad Pro. I don't really use that one too much. I usually use that a little bit more for planning out shoots and stuff like that, so I have the ability to sketch up frames and my ideas for shoots when I'm talking to clients. Yeah, that's pretty much all I travel with. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one.